Hi friends, this is Suzy, your Candy Crush guru. It is January 2nd, 2026, and look at me being bold in the new year. I'm going to try this new New York Times game called Pips. Shout out to Lori for encouraging me to do this. But I'm a little bit worried because I haven't played it yet, but I'm assuming because it has numbers on the dominoes that this has something to do with math, about like trying to coordinate, put things in the right spots. I play dominoes every week, but I'm scared of this. So let's see how it goes. We're going to start with easy. Yeah, that's a good way to start. Oh, how to play. This is good. We might need this information. Oh, look at this. Fill the board with all the dominoes to meet the conditions. We don't just have to match up. We have conditions to meet. Color regions have triangular conditions attached to their bottom right that must be fulfilled. So this, with the 2, number 2, dots in this region sum to 2. Well, there's only one half of a bone, so it has to be a 2. Equal sign. Dots in this region are all the same number, so 4 and 4. It doesn't equal anything in particular, but the equal sign means these both have to be the same. And then a less than 7, dots in this region sum to less than 7. Okay. Oh. Okay, and I see that there's a... Okay, go. Get out of the way, because I want to see this again. So there are areas that we need to worry about, and then some that are just kind of phantom. Empty regions, no conditions apply. Okay, so I think I'm going to play the tutorial. Tap the domino to rotate it. I see a 10 right there. Is that where that's going to go? Oh yeah, drag the domino to satisfy the 10 in the blue region. So this tutorial isn't going to even give me the option. Oh man, I hope this is one of those games that has hints in the game portion. Next, know that some regions, like the 0 purple region, will only contain half a domino. Okay. So it looks like a whole domino is going to go here. Dots inside this region must add to 0. And then these are going to be the same number, right? So 2 and 2. Okay, so... equal dots inside this region must all be the same number. Okay, so I'm going to do I get to pull this yet? I do. That. And then how do I spin this? Oh, that's how. And then this. You successfully met all the conditions. Okay, because the 2 and the 2 are the equals. The 0 goes here, the 10 goes here, and that's just a throwaway. Okay, play today's puzzle. Cross my fingers. Here I go. Place all dominoes within the board to satisfy the conditions. So I have zeros. I've got a lot of zeros, so that's not going to work. I have less than 2. That's going to be 0 or 1. I have greater than 5. That has to be a 6. If I do the 6 here, I can't do the 5 there, so that's going to have to go that way, right? Am I doing this right? I don't know. Oh, this is equals. These are all the same. This is all going to be blanks then, right? What if we do... stop it. This here, and then this here, and they're all blanks. We still have a blank to put there. Oh, I think I got it. And then a 5 goes there, and 2 is greater than 1. I think this works. You finished an easy puzzle in 1 minute. New puzzles released daily at midnight local time. Play another difficulty? I think I will, but I think I'm going to fail. I think by the time I get to difficult areas anyway, I will fail. Let's see if I can get medium. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going. I didn't see a way to ask for a hint. I'm going to look for that on this next one. So medium, play. I don't see hints listed anywhere. Okay, so a 0 goes there. I've got two that could, we've got two different puzzles. Two that could fill that. There's a 10 here. I've got a 5 and a 5. Do I have a 6 and a 4? I do not have a 6 and a 4. Here's the thing though. I could do a 5, 5 here, but I could do like maybe a 6 going off this way and a 4 going that way. Do I have any 4s? I do. I have a 0 and a 4. And then a 6. Oh gosh. This one looks tricky. This is going to be, oh, all of these are equal. So I have at least 4 6s. I have at least 4 5s. 6 5. I don't have 4 4s, 4 3s, 4 2s, 4 blanks, 4 1s. Okay, so this is going to be 6 or 5. This is going to total 6, and these are going to be equal, but we've got a lot that can fit that condition. Could be blank. How are we going to do this? Hold on. If I do... This is so tricky. Let's say we go with 6s first, and I do that, and then I have one more 6, and that's going to total 6. And then these need to be equal. What if I do... Wait, that's blank? So I need another blank there. So hold on, I think I got it. I could do a blank and a 4, and then I could do a 2 and a 6. That meets all of the conditions. These are all equal. This totals 6. These are all equal. But maybe this is 5, and maybe I'm going to find out when I go over here. Because look at this. I have nothing that meets this one now. I have no options here. That did not work. What if I just take out... Oh, no. What if I take out these? Can I still make it work with 6s? Do I even want to? Instead of doing a 6 and a 0, I could do... I can't do a 6 and a 3 because the only thing I have is a 5 and a 3 and I don't have any 1s. So that doesn't work. I don't have 2 2s, so I can't do a 6 and a 2. I could do maybe a 6 and a 5. Hold on. I could do... Wait. 6 5. 5 3. 6 3. This is 6. These are equal. These are equal. I still have at least 1 0 available. This in total has to add to 2. So one of these is going to be a blank. Okay. If I do this, I get 0 6. I need another 6. If I've got only 2 to add up to 12, then I definitely need to have 2 6s. So I do this and I put a 6 here. So that's 12. 2, I can only put a blank here. This has to be greater than 3. It's 4. And then this has to equal 10. That's the 5s. Oops. 3 minutes, 49 seconds. All right, here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the hard one. This is too much. And I don't have, I feel like I need, you know how I've got my little grids and things like that for my other games I play? I don't think I'm going to be able to do this without a grid. That taxed me to no end, and this is hard. These do not equal each other. These do equal each other. This all only adds up to 2. So is it blank blank 2? I don't like the does not equal thing. This is greater than 9. Well, we can get greater than 9 a lot of different ways. This all totals 5. How can we have, we could do a blank blank 5. Or we could do a 2 2 1. Let's start with a 2 2 1. Then this equals 10, so we could go 5 5 or 6 4. And we could go this way, or we could jut up this way. Oh my. So what if we do... Wait, these are all equal, and these are equal. So what are we going to fill in here? I'm going to take all of these back. I didn't get very far. So let's do this again with how many I have that are equal. Do I have 4 6s? Yes. Do I have 4 5s? Yes. Do I have 4 4s? No. Do I have 4 3s? No. 4 2s? No. 4 1s? No. 4 blanks? Yes. So it's 6, 5, or blank in here. 6, 5, or blank. So if we start with 6s, and I think we have to put the doublet here, so we can have a 6 branching this way and a 6 branching this way. Because any other way we do it, we're going to run into trouble. So let's do this. That only equals 8. That has to be equal. But we've got a lot of 6 options. Okay. So we took the 6s. There are just too many options, and we're going to have to play around a lot. So let's do, if we do a 6, 2, oh, this is a good way to cancel things out. If I do a 6, 2 here, that means I do a 2, 2 here. This has to be greater than 9. I can't do that with a 2, so that can't go there. Similarly, 6 blank, I would have to put a blank here. I can't make greater than 9. Okay, so that is excluded. 6 3, though, if I do this, I could do a 3 5. This has to be greater than 9, so I could put a 5 or a 6 here. So that could work. So I need another 6 for over here. I'm keeping things low for the 5 and 2. Okay. So we're going to use one of the 6s here, and it has to total into 8, but we don't know exactly. I'm going to come back over here. Let's do this again. If we do this, we could do a 5 5 here. And then we could do 2 this way. We could do a 6. If we do a 6 2, that doesn't work. But if we do, hold on, a 4 4. Oh, wait, I had it right. And a 6 0, that equals 8. A 5 and a 5 would work. So we can only get 2 here, so we go blank, blank. 2 6. We did it in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, but that doesn't mean it will always be easy. And here's the thing. I decided to go with the highest first, since we had 6s and 5s and I think blanks that fit this criteria. If this hadn't been 6s, if it had been blanks, let's say, or 5s, I didn't think it was going to be blank because I had low numbers that we had to achieve with a lot of different spots. So if it had been 5s, it would have been a mess. I just happened to get lucky, and it was the first one I chose. So my evaluation of this, the whole thing was easier than I thought for this particular day. I don't think that would always be the case. I think that if I were to play this on a regular basis, I would need some sort of grid to help me, because I would have to say, I would have to put little indicators like a 0 could go here, a 5 could go here, a 6 could go here. And then when I determined that for some reason a 0 didn't work, I'd have to be able to cross that out. I'd have to be able to treat it like a logic problem. And it would be hard to construct that grid to help. For people who like math, I think this would be a fun game. For people who don't like math, I think it's scary. And that's me. So this is, I think, my one and only attempt at Pips. But I wanted to introduce you to it because it might be your first adventure into this game. I think it's constructed well. But yeah, I'm not going to keep doing that. Phew, that one is done. All right, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.